A senior American statesman has told the BBC that defence cuts here could jeopardise the future of Britain's special relationship with the US.
Robert Gates, who was Defence Secretary under George Bush and Barack Obama, said cuts in the number of military staff would limit the UK's position in the world, pointing out that for the first time since the First World War, the country doesn't have an operational aircraft carrier.
The Ministry of Defence have, of course, released a statement, a response. They're saying, like the United States, the UK has had to take tough decisions on defence spending.
What Mr Gates is doing is echoing the concerns of many of us over here, that we seem to be cutting our armed forces without taking account of our global interests and the fact that many countries not necessarily friendly to the West are increasing their spending. And we're worried that we're hollowing out our forces. We may have a large defence budget, but actually we are unable to get large numbers of troops into theatre. Now, we just don't know what uncertainties are coming around the corner, but there is a real concern that we're reducing our armed forces at a time where there's increasing uncertainty in the world.
And his argument, and yours to an extent, is, look, you've got to look at the wider world as well as what's happening here.
Yeah.
You've also got to look at the British budget, don't you? Is your position that you would borrow more or tax more to fund more military spending, or is your position you'd make deeper cuts in other public services?
Yeah, my personal position is we need to look at our expenditure in certain other areas. I'm not a fan, for example, of HS2. I voted against HS2. I think we need to look at our international aid budget. Why are we funding Nigerian and Indian space programs?
That's sort of buy you an aircraft carrier,
well,
is it?
No,
Cutting
HS2,
defence spending.
You look at HS2, you're talking about £50 billion.
Over a very long period.
Over a 10-year period, and that's assuming they go to plan. I think there are other areas where we can make cuts in order to make sure that we have a credible defence policy. What we do know at the moment is that we are taking undue risks.